Good evening, little dreamer. Settle in, get cozy, and let the world outside drift away. Tonight, we'll travel to a place where the moonbeams are soft as feathers and the stars hum a gentle tune. In a land tucked between rolling hills and the endless sighing sea, there lived a tiny baby sea otter named Pip. Pip was no ordinary otter. His fur was the color of a pearl, and his heart was full of a big, wistful dream. He dreamed of finding the whispering coral, a legendary reef said to sing the most beautiful songs of the ocean. Pip lived in a cozy den woven from seaweed and driftwood, nestled in a quiet cove. His family, a bustling group of happy, playful otters, would spend their days floating on their backs, cracking open delicious clams on their bellies. They loved the familiar comfort of their home. But Pip's gaze was always on the horizon, where the sun dipped into the sea like a golden coin. He felt a pull, a gentle ache for something more. One evening, as the sky turned to soft shades of lavender and rose, Pip watched a single firefly drift over the water. It glowed with a brave, gentle light. To him, it wasn't just a firefly. It was a tiny lantern, a sign. He felt a surge of courage. He would follow his dream. He gathered a small, smooth stone, a gift from his mother to keep him safe, and slipped into the cool, dark water. The waves rocked him like a cradle as he began his journey. The ocean felt vast and a little lonely, but the firefly danced ahead, its light a comforting beacon. He swam past forests of kelp, where silverfish darted like shooting stars. He met a family of seahorses, their tails curled around swaying seagrass. "Where are you going, little one?" they asked in voices like tiny bells. "I'm looking for the whispering coral," Pip replied, his voice small but determined. The seahorses wished him well, their eyes full of gentle respect for his quest. Further on, he encountered a grumpy old crab named Caspian. Caspian scuttled sideways, his claws clicking impatiently. "Whispering coral? Nonsense. Just an old fishtail," he grumbled. "The real treasure is a good, solid rock to hide under." Pip felt a pang of doubt. What if Caspian was right? Was he just a foolish baby otter chasing a fantasy? He almost turned back. The water felt colder, the night darker. But then he looked at the smooth stone in his paw. He remembered his mother's warm hug and the brave little firefly leading the way. He thought of the beautiful songs he imagined the coral singing. His dream was stronger than his fear. He thanked the crab politely and swam on, his spirit renewed. As he swam, he noticed another small creature following him. It was a baby dolphin named Echo, whose skin shimmered like moonlight on water. Echo was shy and had lost his way from his pod. He had seen Pip's determination and felt drawn to his courage. "Can I come with you?" Echo chirped softly. Pip, who had been feeling a little lonely, was overjoyed. "Of course," he said, "we can be brave together." Their journey became a shared adventure. They played games, racing through underwater canyons and hiding in fields of anemones that swayed like flowers in a gentle breeze. Echo's cheerful clicks and whistles filled the quiet ocean, chasing away Pip's lingering doubts. They weren't just two lost babies anymore. They were a team, partners in a grand quest. One night, guided by the glow of the firefly, they arrived at a vast, silent trench. The water here was deeper and darker than anything they had ever seen. A wise old turtle, her shell covered in moss and stories, drifted towards them. "The whispering coral is near," she said in a voice as old as the ocean itself. "But it only sings for those with pure hearts and true courage. You must pass through the silent trench." Fear pricked at Pip. The trench looked like a deep, empty mouth. Echo huddled closer. They held on to each other, paw to fin, and took a deep breath. Together, they plunged into the darkness. It was completely silent. No clicks, no whistles, no sound of waves, only the steady beat of their own hearts. It was a test, not of strength, but of their trust in each other and their dream. They swam through the silence, their small bodies a speck in the vast dark, but they weren't alone. The memory of the firefly's light, the warmth of their friendship, and the hope of the song ahead guided them. Slowly, a faint glimmering light appeared in the distance, growing brighter and brighter. And then, they heard it. A soft, humming melody that seemed to come from the water itself. It was the most beautiful sound they had ever heard. A song of waves and starlight, of love and loss, of courage and dreams fulfilled. They had found it. The whispering coral glowed in every color imaginable, its branches reaching up like a celestial choir. The music washed over them, filling their hearts with a profound sense of peace and joy. It wasn't just a song. It was the sound of the ocean's soul. Pip realized the song wasn't just in the coral. It was in his own heart, too. It was the music of his own journey, his own bravery. He had faced his fears, helped a friend, and held on to his dream when others told him it was foolish. He wasn't just a little baby otter anymore. He was an adventurer, a winner, an echo, no longer lost, had found a friend and the courage to find his own way. They floated there for a long time, listening to the coral's lullaby, their hearts full. Knowing it was time to go home, they turned back, the coral's song echoing within them. Their journey back was different. The ocean no longer felt vast and lonely, but like a friend. The grumpy crab even gave them a respectful nod as they passed. When Pip finally returned to his cove, his family rushed to greet him, their eyes shining with pride. That night, as he floated on his back beside his mother, he held her paw and looked up at the stars. The world was still the same, yet everything was different. The greatest treasure wasn't a place, but the journey he took to get there and the friend he made along the way. The song of the coral was now a part of him, a gentle melody that would always remind him of what it felt like to be brave. He closed his eyes, a peaceful smile on his face, and drifted into a deep, happy sleep. And now, it's time for you to sleep too. Sleep well, little dreamer. If this story has warmed your heart, let your dreams carry it further. Subscribe for more tales told under this same soft moonlight. Sleep peacefully now, little dreamer. Good night. Story and voice drifting away under the stars. Until we meet again in dreams.